Alright, let's take a quick break. Alright, Josiah and Jerusalem read the Bible. They make a covenant. Baal he burned, and he put down idolatrous priests. He brake down the high places, defiled Topheth, and made no man to pass through the fire. He took away the horses of the sun and the chariots, and he took the bones and burned them, and he kept the Passover. All the abominations did Josiah put away. Like unto him there was no king. With all of his heart, with all of his soul, and with all of his might, he served the Lord. Notwithstanding, the Lord turned not from his fierceness of his great wrath, and the Pharaoh of Egypt slew him. Jerusalem, in Jerusalem ruled Jehoahaz, which was evil. Eliakim turned his name to Jehoiakim, and in Jerusalem was evil. Jehoiakim slept, and Jehoiachin was evil and reigned over his father, after his father. Babylon had taken all 10,000 captives, all the treasures of the temple. The king of Babylon made Mattaniah king and changed his name to Zedekiah. Zedekiah was evil and rebelled against Babylon. 9th year there was a famine. They took the king up to Babylon, slew the sons of Zedekiah, and put out his eyes. Nebuzaradan burnt the house of the Lord, and the army brake down the walls of Jerusalem, and left the poor to be vine dressers. The brass of all these vessels was without number. Judah was carried away out of their land. Evil Merodach, king of Babylon. He was the king of Babylon. Now, there's nothing in Chronicles to go over except for one chapter. It's kind of redundant. So, in 2 Samuel 24:1, it says, "And again the anger of the Lord was kindled against Israel, and he moved David against them to say, Go number Judah and Israel." But if we read it in here, it says, Satan stood up against Israel and provoked David to number Israel. So that he, right here, is supposed to be Satan, as we learn from this verse of chapter 21 of Chronicles. That's the only thing you get out of Chronicles that I could find. After Chronicles is Ezra. Yeah, 2nd Chronicles is very redundant too. Ezra. This is in 530 BC. The word of Jeremiah might be fulfilled. Thus saith Cyrus, king of Persia, The Lord charged me to build him a house. Who is there among you of all of his people? Whosoever remaineth help. Cyrus brought vessels Nebuchadnezzar had, and put them in the temple. I circle verse 1 of chapter 2 of Ezra. I circle verse 62. And Tarshatha said, Not eat the most holy things, till there stood up a priest with Urim and Thummim. From the first day of the 7th month there began to be burnt offerings unto the Lord. I circle verse 6 of chapter 3 and verse 11. Adversaries heard and said, Let us build with you. You have nothing to do with us, said Israel. I circle verse 4, and verse 5 says, They hired counselors to frustrate Israel's purpose. Copy of the letter they sent unto Artaxerxes. And 13 and 15 I circled. 19 I circled. Cause these men to cease. Why should damage go to the hurt of the kings? They went up in haste to Jerusalem to cease by force and power. Prophets Haggai and Zechariah prophesied in Judah, began to build the house. And Tanai, governor on the other side of the river, sent a letter to the house of the great God. The work goeth fast on. Cyrus made a decree to build this house. let there be a search whether it be true, and let the king pleasure concerning this matter.